All right, guys, we're out here during lunch break here at GTA New Jersey Motorsport Park Global Time Attack Round 2. We're out here at the Aces Pop-Up Meet Car Show. I wanted to show you guys this because I wanted to kind of lead into something that happened to us earlier this week. The Global Time Attack family and the Aces Pop-Up Car Show family lost a brother, Sean Baker. A lot of you guys may not know Sean Baker. Many of you may have heard of him, but know what he did or the effect he had on us here at Global Time Attack. But if you've ever seen our banners, if you've ever seen our door numbers, if you've ever seen our ads on the internet that show an awesome unlimited car with all the writing underneath, that was all done by Sean Baker. Sean Baker was with us from the beginning, back when we used to run the East Coast and all the tracks, going back all the way to 2011. Earlier this week, he passed away kind of out of nowhere, and I'll tell you, it's real hard for us to talk about, but I wanted to introduce you to Ian here. He's one of the 4 founders of the Aces Pop-Up Car Show, and he was very, very close with Sean, too. So, hey, Sean, hey, Ian, what kind of effect did Sean have on you guys?
Sean was with me for the last 20 years of my life. He's that guy you met and just immediately latch onto. He was so non-confrontational, humble, giving. He was really one of the good ones. And he was the brother that I never knew I needed till I didn't have him.
You know, I heard you say that yesterday, and that hit me deep because I understand you so used to someone like that in your life, and then when you lose them, you just don't realize what kind of an effect they had. I heard you had a lot of support, though, coming out. You know, you guys were going to run short staff, small show, and then Sean passed away. What kind of effect did he have on other people?
It was kind of overwhelming where we're so used to doing short team, short staff, get it done, and we have people that are literally standing around right now because all the homies from the old car club came out, so we have about 20 of us here right now just putting fires out, dealing with everything, and hanging out, which is the most important part because that's one thing that we always did when we were hitting the show circuit is we were together every weekend. And then you get older, have kids, get married, you know, second wives, girlfriends, whatever, and then it pulls you away. But this was the only benefit of this is it brought us back together, even if it's just for a weekend. But we're here for Sean, for his family, to do everything we can to support them through this.
If you guys have followed GTA for a while, you'd know we've lost other family members in the past. The people we have out here, they're more than our friends. They're more than our competitors. They're our life. You know what I mean? We lost a brother, but more than that, we lost an angel, bro. Sean Baker. We don't even know where we're going forward with this because Sean, to this day, you never heard of him. He still did all of our banners. He still did everything for us. So we'll have to figure that out. But he's up there with our other brother, Kyle Lewis, who we lost a couple years back unexpectedly. I'm sure they're up there partying, having a good time. But I just wanted everyone out here to know that we lost a brother not only in our community, the Aces Pop-Up Car Show community, but Time Attack as a whole has lost someone that we would consider an angel. So, Sean, we appreciate you, man. Ian appreciates you. We were blessed to have you in our lives as long as we did, and anyone out there that knew Sean Baker, just do what he would do, keep the legacy going, and just help everyone as much as you can, guys. So, Ian, man,
I appreciate
you know, you're very welcome, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming out. Keep having a good time out here, and you can tell your camera, you can tell your DJ you can get back to popping.
All right, I'll let him know. Appreciate you guys. Love you.
Thank you very much, brother. All right, guys, so we're about to have Group 1, Session 3, starting in about 4 minutes. Group 1, Session 3. All right, guys, we're about to have Group 1, Session 3 starting. Group 1, Session 3. Looks like we have Phil Grabo leading these guys out, followed by Chris Boersma, then Eric Magnuson in his E46 M3, Joel Morrison in his S2000, followed by Jim Chen, then Brian Tyson, then Dan Kroll. Behind Dan Kroll is Mr. Steve Green in his C7 Corvette Z06. I think his fastest time is around a 10.5. All right, guys, as we see these guys go through the bowl, that was Phil Grabo and Chris Boersma going through the bowl. That car really does look like it's moving. The Scoot, this is the start of his hot lap. Remember, guys, we are up on Race Monitor in case you want to see live timing and scoring as it happens. I won't be able to throw everyone's time out there, but I'll give you as much as I can. So, looks like we have someone coming out there a little bit late. It's Mr. AJ Hartman. You should see him in the shot here in a second. He's doing a very safe speed through pit lane right there. But he also knows he's not going to get sent out immediately. They got to find him a gap because he wasn't there for the original launch. Phil's car looks very well planted through turn 7. You know, he carries a good amount of speed. Just like most, he tucks a little bit on the outside there. Carries a good speed through 8. Now, I can't tell if he's braking into 9 or not, but let's see how much speed he carries through 9. Looks good. Here he is. Let's see what kind of lap times he's running. 107.378. That's faster than his 107 of last session. There's Steve Green getting a good amount of nosedive there. It looks like he has his aero package pretty well figured out. Let's see if he got the pressures right and if he can break into the 109s. We're watching you, Steve. Don't let me down. Jim Chen with a 110.279 and he's C7Z06. Brian Tyson a 112.2. Dan Kroll, did he get under the 108s? 111.0. He did a 108 last session, so got Steve Green at a 111.2, so he definitely has plenty left in there. The Phil right here. Phil about to cross start finish. It was a little slower than before with a 107.463. So here's what we got so far, guys. We have Phil Grabo at a 107.378. Eric Magnuson at a 108.875. Joel Morrison and Jim Chen have a good second between them. Then you have Jim Chen to Dan Kroll at a 111. I'm waiting for Dan to come back through, though. He has a 108 in him or faster. I've seen him run it. Jim Chen just bettered his time at a 109.8. Very nice. Here's Brian Tyson. Let's see if he did better than that 112. 110.2. Good job, Brian. He just dropped 2 seconds off that. Steve Green at a 111.2. Phil, unlike last session, did his fastest lap on the first lap. Not sure if he's setting up for another one or if he's going to come in, so we'll see what's going on. There we have Dan Kroll and AJ Hartman both coming into the pits. AJ did not set a lap time. He started his hot lap and then just aborted. Did look like Phil was coming in. Here's Mr. Chen. He's done a 109.8 in his C7Z06. And he just did a 109.6. They're going through the bowls. Mr. Jim Chen being followed by Steve Green. Those are two C7 Z06s. Hopefully Steve can follow some of Jim's lines, see if he can pick up a little bit more time. So here's what we got so far this session, guys. Phil leading at a 107.378. Joel Morrison pulled a 108 out, a 108.754 in his Honda S2000, looking good. Got Eric Magnuson in that E46 M3, a 108.771. Jim Chen at a 109.6. There we have Steve at a 112.650. He pulled the 111 on his third lap, but he hasn't come back to that time since. AJ Hartman's back out there. Any of you guys know AJ Hartman makes custom aero. He does wings, splitters, add-ons. He sells these really nice pucks to put underneath splitters. But he had a pretty good off there. He mowed the lawn through turn 8, I believe. So he's probably going to build a track for that because he took a good chunk out for him. But he brought it back in, took all the grass out of his grill, and the aero that he built, his splitter is still rock hard, hasn't moved an inch. He left a good pile of grass here on the pit lane, but besides that, his strode strong. So we'll see if AJ can get a full lap in and we can get some kind of time out of him this session. Here are the times now. As you can see, AJ, he did a 1:10 on lap 3. All right, guys. AJ actually surpassed his time, a 1:10.115 in his Ford Mustang. I know that car's not a V8. I'm pretty sure it's a V6. Running very, very aggressive lap times here, but he does have the car very well set up. So Steve Green has a 111.218 as his fastest. The other Z06 on track has a 109.668. So Steve's got to pull out a second and a half to better that car. All right, guys, all these cars you see rolling in, these are Group 2, Session 3 cars, Group 2, Session 3. There's one thing in life I can guarantee, it's that you give a racer a 10-minute call, they're going to show up on minute 9 every time. All right, guys, we're about 1 minute out, about to go to Group 2, Session 3, 1 minute out. All right, guys, our in-car footage is going to be from Mr. Marcus Congdon in his Porsche Cayman S, number 187. I'm not sure if that's a threat or what, but I respect it. He came here last year with us. He ran very, very good times. I'm pretty sure he podiumed in that car. I've got to look back, but it looks like we have a full hot pit here for Group 2, Session 3. Everyone made it on time, including Amy Dilks, who always shows up half a lap late. These guys are ready to go. That was Corin Tyson leading everyone out right there on that camera shot. She's going for 114.9s. Her husband's making her drive the car home. Marcus Congdon is a limited class Porsche Cayman S. I believe he's ran in the 114s, 113s this weekend so far, but we'll see what kind of lap time he runs on these live streamed footage laps. This is Marcus coming up here on under the bridge to turn 7. You've seen quite a few cars go off here. They either turn in too early or they try to carry too much speed, get a little sideways, then go off on the inside, or go too deep, go off on the outside. A lot of dirt been put on track there. We're going to have Sean Mahadeo and John Lewis and James Mell all passing at the same time. Here's Marcus Congdon coming out of the bowl, going down the front straight. The straight's got a little curve to it, but, you know, nothing wrong with a little curve. He's about to hit start finish as we speak, and he has started his hot lap. So it looks like he got a little overexcited there, wanted to get by Raul Mora quickly. So he went over turn 5 right there, got over Raul, and then he's going to set up here through 6 to make his high-speed left through 7. See what it looks like from the outside. All right, made a really clean-looking turn right there. All right, here's Marcus going through the bowl right now, entering onto the front straight. He's carrying a good amount of speed. Let's see what kind of lap time he can lay down. A 1:15.386. So he's running into the 14s and 13s, I know that. So he's got some more time in him. Here's the times of the session so far. This is fastest down. Got Luis Milan with a 1:14 in his Mazda Miata. Sean Mahadeo, Travis Villanueva just surpassed in that FRS at a 1:14.213. Scott Merker just went across start finish at 1:18.3. Looks like Amy's running 16.3. Corin is letting us down at a 16.4. She's already run mid-15s. Deshaun Patel at a 17.9. Here we have Marcus Congdon right behind Corin Tyson. That was Sean Mahadeo to 13.8. He now has the fastest lap here in this group. There it is, guys. Marcus, after that 115, laid a 113, 171. He is the fastest car on track right now. He's been chasing down Corn, who just ran a 16.0. There's Sean Mahadeo being followed by James Mall. So Sean did have the fastest lap at a 13.8, but Marcus just ran a 13.1. Here's Marcus as we speak. Marcus Congdon here, 14.2. Guys, we're about 6 minutes into Group 2, Session 3. Marcus Congdon is still leading everyone out there in time. Travis Villanueva did a 1:13.688, so we've had two people surpass Sean Mahadeo's 13.6. I mean, Travis Villanueva surpassed it by 2/100ths, but hey, man, it doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile, right? Sean just did another 1:13, but it was 0.2 off his fastest. Next person I expect to get in there is James Mell. He's at a 14.0. He's coming in the hot pits right now, so I don't know if he needs an adjustment or if he's just coming in to create a gap. Crazy, you watch him in this Porsche, this car transfers so nicely. His left to right is just smooth, but everyone always said the Cayman handled just a little bit better than the 911, but the downfall is you'll never get the power out of one that you'll get out of a 911. Looks like he got through there pretty smooth, didn't really slow himself down too much. So he enters turn 9, the bowl pretty wide on the outside, holds it clean right here, buried to the tight, inside hits that apex, drags it out a little bit to carry some speed, and then brings it back inside to line up for the front straight. Makes it look easy. He ran a 1:14.0 that lap, about 0.9 off his fastest. I will tell you one thing, these Porsche guys, they showed up last year too. I really do love them to the point where they run very, very consistently fast lap times, but they have no problem whatsoever just running every lap. he has gone through quite a few people on cooldown laps, because most people put in 2, maybe 3 hard laps, come in, change a few things, check pressures, all the little things you do to try and get max performance out of your vehicles. But he's just out there going lap after lap. And then on his 6th lap, he runs a 1:12.751. So he started this section with a 1:15.4. I'm sure that was him just getting everything set and squared away. But the 1:13, the mid 1:13, I thought was a great lap. And then he just comes out here and does this 12.7 like it was nothing. See how much time he gains on this car just going through these left to right transitions. Holding a nice tight line there through 6 just to make sure he got by smooth. Coming into 7, you can really watch the car snap in when he turns. I'm sure the steering on this car is amazing. Made a nice clean turn at 7, looked like he carried a good amount of speed. Gonna make this small left into 8, getting prepared to go into the bowl right here at 9. Enters about middle track. Same thing, he has good control over this car. This car seems to grip wherever he wants it. He takes it inside to the apex, drags out to carry more speed, and then brings it inside the lineup for the front straight. Let's see if he can surpass his 1:12.7 on this lap. $1:13.7, just a second off. So look at turn 1, guys. So the reason so many people are coming off is you go up and over right here, and right when the car gets really light, the camber comes away from you, and I mean, the guys will come in carrying too much speed, put it straight in the grass. So Marcus Congdon over there on the right, our best time at a 12.7. First person in session 2 to get into the 12, so he's definitely laying it down. Got Travis Villanueva here at a 13.4. Sean Mahadeo at a 13.6. Sean was leading the session very early on, but a few guys decided 13.6 just wasn't enough. James Mellon is Red S2000 at a 14.0. Craig at a 1:14.3. Louis Milan at a 14.6. So we have 3 guys close in the 14s. Got 1 guy in the 15s. That's Sean's brother Steven. That's in the 16s and beyond there. There's Mr. Tyson checking Corinne's tires, making sure everything's up to snuff. She's trying to get into the 15s. I'm sorry, into the 14s. Marcus is still running hard. I mean, he definitely made his fastest lap on lap 6. There it is, lap 7, lap 8, guys, a 14.6. So the tires do eventually have to fall off. You can't run fastest lap over and over again. We had someone with a quick two tire off on 1 there. Nothing too crazy, but as you can tell, it always throws up massive amounts of dirt. A few sessions ago, we had someone go off so hard on 1, we had to bring a sweeper out between sessions because it was just nothing but debris. All right, guys, we're still on board with Marcus Congdon, but we are, looks like we're going checker, guys. This is the final lap right here. We are going checker. I could tell he's been a flagger before. You see that wrist movement right there? I was given the opportunity to wave a flag once, and I thought that was easy, and he made me feel like I was an idiot. So that guy just definitely got the wrist movement. Julio is our man. Julio is our man. Big shout out to Marcus Congdon and his team letting us put our on board in his car. He laid down not only some fast laps, but the fastest lap of this group. So That was fun to watch. Hopefully we can get you some more exciting in-car footage before this event's out. We're going to be going to Group 3, Session 3 at 3:30 Eastern Time, guys. We're going to be going to Group 3, Session 3 at 3:30 Eastern Time. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes before Group 3, Session 3 starts. 2 minutes before Group 3, Session 3 starts. All right, guys, so here's what we got going on is Group 3, Session 3. Car number 404, the third car in this lineup, that Toyota FRS 86. That's going to be our in-car car.
You're talking to me?
All right, guys, and here we go. Group 4. Whoa. Group 3, Session 3, going out hot. Going to be Terrence Rodriguez in car number 93, his Honda Civic hatchback. Being followed by Joshua Rubenstein. Donald Liu with our in-car footage. And then Larry Annunziato in the Subaru. Terrence starting his hot lap. This is Group 3, Session 3, guys. Group 3, Session 3. This is our in-car of Donald Liu chasing down Joshua Rubenstein. All right, guys, and it does seem we have Mr. Robert Medina here on track. Robert Medina came all the way from Mexico. He had a few issues on day one, had to get a few things squared away. He had a couple issues crossing over. They held him for a little bit, but besides that, he made it all the way here to New Jersey Motorsport Park, to lay down some fast laps with us. We've been friends with Robert for a long time. He's come out to our events, but it's pretty cool that he got a car together to bring out to hang out with us. There's Donald passing Mr. Rubenstein. Kirsten Richardson in her Toyota FRS. Donald, a 119.283 right in front of Terrence's 119.521. Larry did a 123. Once again, we're on board with Donald Liu, guys. He is running the fastest laps of this section so far, a 119.2. Terrence Rodriguez in his Honda Civic is a 119.5. And then we have Joshua Rubenstein at a 21.3. Robert Medina finally laid a lap down, a 142.861. Got a lap out. It's like I said, guys, it's nice. He came from another country to come make this happen. There we go, Terrence with a 118.548, surpassing Mr. Donald Liu. Until Donald does a 18.2, but passing at the same time, Joshua Rubenstein at 18.0. Terrence with a 118.4. So now we got three cars in the 18s. All three of them were in the 19s last lap. We have Joshua Rubenstein at 18.0. Donald Liu at 18.2. That's our in car. And Terrence Rodriguez in his Honda Civic at 18.5. Here's Donald about to go through the bowl out to the final corner to get down the front straight. All right, guys, Donald on that last lap did a 119.1. It's almost a complete second off his fastest. So hopefully he can get back into the 18 groove. Josh Rubenstein had a 0.52. Now he has an 18.044. Kirsten Richardson with the 122.7. That's her fastest of this event. Down there at the bottom, we have Robert Medina, guys. He did a 144. He did a 134. Looks like finally being able to get in the car and drive it's really helping him get his seat time down. Gerald Ford right there in his Acura Integra DC2 with a 126.788. Chris Vera in his EJ2 Honda Civic. Another 119.1 for Donald. Josh with a 118.7. Neither of them are pushing into the 17s, though they're both right there at the bottom of the 18s. Chris Vera, on the other hand, got into the mid-22s on that lap. Donald going to set up to go through turn 7, carry as much speed as he can. There he is, number 404, car not found. Just like Marcus Congdon, he likes to carry it in the middle on entry and then tuck it in really tight, go as wide as he can, and then cut this corner as smooth as possible to carry as much speed as he can down the front straight. All right, guys, so far Josh Rubenstein still the fastest of this session on his third lap with a 1:18.044. Donald Liu at a 1:18.242, just nipping at his heels. They've both been running back-to-back there through every lap. Neither of them had dipped down into the 17s, even though they seem to have the pace. I'm not sure if he's pushing super hard here or if he's trying to scrub his tires, but we'll see. Oh, he took a lot of curb there through 7. Pushing it hard there with Mr. Rubenstein behind him. Well, he did a better lap though. 1:18.232, took a couple hundredths off his fastest. Still 0.2 off of Josh Rubenstein, but he was definitely getting it done. We have Mr. Robert Medina with his 1:34.7 pulling off track. Looks like he's going back to his pits. All right, guys, we're about 12 minutes into this session. It looks like everyone has ran their fastest laps, minus Chris Vera on the 6 right there, but have ran their fastest laps already. We have Donald Liu in car. He's been pushing hard every single lap. He's got an 18.232 with an 18.277 right after it. All right, guys, you're going to see Donald when he finishes this lap that we're actually under checker. That's going to be the end of this session. We'll let Donald finish this lap. We'll let Donald finish this lap with his onboard, and then we'll go to the times. Hey, right there, Donald Liu, 118.165, ran his fastest lap going across start finish while the checker was on. See that? See that? That's some skill right there. You think I'm kidding, man? Try waving a flag like that. It is not easy. Here's the times from that session, guys. Joshua Rubenstein still with the fastest at a 118.0. Donald in his last two laps pulled a 118.2 and then a 118.1, so he's getting close. Terrence Rodriguez with an 18.5. Chris Vera with a 21.2, then a 22 out of Kirsten, then a 23 out of Larry. 24, 24, 26, and Robert all the way from Mexico. Got 2 laps in and did a 34.7. Hopefully they can go back out and drop that some more. He took 12 seconds off his time in 2 laps, so give him a little bit more time. I'm sure we'll get some more drop. Coming up is Group 1, Session 4. Group 1, Session 4 coming up. This should be your final opportunity to lay down a flyer, guys. If you're trying to chase something down, you know, like a 14.9, if your name is Corinne Tyson or something like that, Session 4, guys, is going to be your final time. So Group 1, Session 4 should be live in 5. Well, just the fastest one. That's really, as long as it's the good one. Yeah. Here we go, guys. Group 1, Session 4. It's going to be a small run group, but it looks like we only got 3 cars out there. But finally, I have an in-car of one of my favorites here, Brian Tyson. Brian comes to every event he can. I love it. Oh, we got a late contender coming in here, Mr. A.J. Hartman. This is Brian Tyson in his Camaro ZL1. All right, so we have Mr. Tyson going into turn 8 before the bowl. That way he can try to get as much speed as he can going down the front straight. I know he's been messing with his shock settings all weekend with the big old 335s he stuffed under that body and the big wing in the back. He's getting a little bit of tire drag. It's under full aero load. The tire's dragging on the inner fender there, slowing him down. Hopefully he's got that squared away so he can lay down a 108, 107. Brian through turn 1. He told me he's got a little bit of a bounce. Let's see how much he has to wheel it in here. Car looks pretty well planted. Looks like he's got some of these shock settings dialed in. You can see that he's really having to steer into some of these, though. I'm not sure if it's because the car is bouncing or the rear is kicking out. He used to run street class on 285s. He wanted to see what this car could do on a 335, 315 combo. I know he's got a bunch more grip, that's for sure, but I think he's running into some issues with balance of performance or just balance of vehicle, I mean. Yeah, he's wheeling it through the bowl. Here we got Chris coming back in. I think Chris is running into a few issues here and there. I believe he's still on the podium in limited. He's been laying in some good laps, but I don't think he's at full potential. Jim Chen ran a 109, and then Brian Tyson a 110 flat. That's his fastest and best first lap of any session, so hopefully he's got a few things squared away and we'll get this figured out. A.J. Hartman, though, with a 110.6 right behind Brian. nice shot of Jim Chen's Z06 going through turn 7. That looked very smooth. There's Brian right behind him, kind of bouncy. Jim Chen's running a 109.2. Both these cars are powered by the same engine, guys. That'd be the LT4 power plant, 650 horsepower. Same motor that comes in the Z01 Camaro and the Z06 Corvette. If you dyno on both, though, you'd actually make more power out of the Camaro, as the Vet's drivetrain has more loss, but it's a great chassis. It's just the battle of Corvette versus Camaro stands strong, you know. And Brian gets into the 109s right as Jim gets into the 108s. They're about 9/10 off of each other. Jim a 108.9, Brian a 109.8. And then AJ Hartman a 110.6. See if AJ can better his 110. Not with that lap. Looked a lot smoother at the corner there for Brian Tyson. If you watch Jim Chen take that corner, it was very smooth. Brian was kind of bouncing through that corner on the last lap, so let's see if he can get into the low 9s, high 8s. That was a 108.96, just a little bit slower than the 108.92. I believe his last time he set a lap, he was much closer to this Corvette, so I'm not quite sure that this is a flyer. No, most definitely not. AJ, on the other hand, a 110.6, he was definitely on a flyer. That is fastest of this session. I think that's one of the pros that have in the Corvette, though. It looks like it's going fast, even when it isn't going fast. It was doing a 109 that lap, so it surely wasn't going slow, but man, it always looks good on camera. Here's what you got going so far. We have 4 cars on track for this Group 1 Session 4. We've lost quite a few of Group 1 cars. We lost James Howden. We lost Sally McNulty. We lost a couple other guys. Phil Grabo with the Element Tuning STI decided to sit this one out. He ran some great times with a 106, but he's just saying she isn't revving like she was when she first got here, so let's try to avoid any kind of damage there. Brian let the car cool down, let the tires come back to him, and he's on another flyer. He did a 124 just cruising, wanted to get around, start a new lap. So let's see if he can break into the 108s. AJ still in the 110s. Like the battle of the American pony cars out here. One Camaro, one Mustang. They're about a half second off each other. AJ did a 110 too, so he took 4/10 off. They're legitimately half a second off each other. Still in the 110s, 110.267. Brian with a 114, 175. That was far off pace, so he's still pushing though, so hopefully we can get something out of him. Okay, so far the Camaro is beating the Mustang. I'm sure AJ has something to say about that, though. AJ's car is very well set up. I know it's underpowered by a long shot. The Camaro is a 650 car off the bat, so for AJ to be in this fight to begin with is just a great setup car, great driver. But I know Brian can get into the 108s if everything comes together for him. There we go. AJ, a 109.7. He's actually faster than Brian now. 109.747. Brian Tyson with a 109.819. Let's see if Brian can surpass that. He went from being second fastest in this run group to third fastest. It looks like he's not going to run another hot lap on this one, guys. Looks like AJ Hartman right there was pushing a little hard there. He put it in the dirt through 7, but he did get a 109.747 right before that. Very unlikely he's going to run a faster time than the 109.7 after putting it in the dirt. But he sure as heck isn't going to stop trying, I'll tell you that. 113.548. So here's what we got, guys. We got Jim Chen in the C7 Z06 108.927. AJ Hartman a 109.747. Brian Tyson with 109.819. And Chris Boersma was not able to lay down a lap. AJ Hartman over there with a 109, still being his fastest. He tried to run another one, was still in the 14s. All right, guys, we're about to have Group 2, Session 4 here at Global Time Attack, New Jersey Motorsport Park. Group 2, Session 4. This is going to be their final session, followed by Group 3, Session 4, and that'll be the final session of the event. Make sure you don't leave us, though, because we'll be back for the podium ceremony at about 5:45, 6 o'clock. All right, guys. So Steven right here pushing his EK hatchback pretty hard. He's got some good vibration in there. A little B-Series love, I'm guessing. Every time he takes a corner super hard, our camera was freaking out, but it looks to be running well now. There we go, guys. Steven Mahdeo, 115.638. He is moving in this session. Puts him second behind James Mell in that beautiful red Honda S2000. There's Corin looking for a 114.9, Corin. We've basically gone over the fact that if she doesn't pull a 114, she's driving the car home. It's not on the trailer. All right, guys, so this is what's going on so far. Our in-cars with Steven Mahdeo. Sean Mahdeo's leading this group right now with a 113.471. Marcus Congdon in the Cayman that we were in the last time these guys were out was a 113.554. James Mell with a 114.144 that was just surpassed by Travis Villanueva. And then, man, these guys are just passing each other left and right. Craig with a 114. Steven, our in-car, 115.958. Nick Stenford, a 116 flat. Corin Tyson, a 116.2. Kiwi, a 116.2. Raul Moore, a 116.3. Amy Dilks, a 16.6. Amy was running in the 17s and 18s last year, so she's definitely picked up some time. All right, guys, that's Craig. You're looking right there in car number 101. He's got a fastest time of a 114.632. Marcus Congdon has taken over the top spot of this run group at a 112. Everyone's in the 13s, but Marcus at the lowest of a 112.1. Right there you can see Steven Mahdeo trying to set up to go quick through turn 7. He's coming down through 8 right here. 8 leads you a little bit of braking into the bowl and then right back on the gas. There we go, leading out onto the front straight. Let's see if he can drop below his 115.584. 115.539, took 9 thousandths out of it. Got a driver off turn 1. It was obviously a quick off because Steven hasn't caught up to him yet. There we go. Sean Mahdeo is 113.1. He's exactly 1 second off of Marcus Congdon on his fastest. There, right there's Raul Mora, guys, with a 116.8. Raul had a little meeting with a tire barrier today, got the car squared back away, redid his alignment by hand, and now he's been going out here running faster laps than before. Always glad to see that. That's Craig. I'm going to try to pronounce his last name one last time. Craig Kurzwicki in the 101 FRS with the 113.7, his fastest time. He is basically within 5/10 of the 2 cars ahead of him, and then we have Marcus Congdon a full second ahead. We got a black flag this session, guys. We got a black flag this session. We have an incident on track right now. No one's hurt. We just have someone completely stopped off track with smoke coming out. So our guys are going to go out there and take care of that as quick as possible. All right, guys. So they got the track cleaned up. We're going to give these guys their last 5 minutes of the session. We're going to be going live in about 20 seconds here. So we got Raul Mora being followed by Steven Mahadeo, our in-car, being followed by Corin Tyson. These guys should each get at least 2 solid laps in before we throw a checker at them. Here's where we're sitting time-wise. These are the times that have been set this session. We got 3 cars that wanted to wait to send it back out, so we're definitely going to give them a chance to run it. Took a little while. We had oil on track, so they had to clean up turn 1. All right, guys, here we go. There's some oil dry on the ground right there in front of Steven. From this view, I can tell you Steven's steering wheel definitely works. All right, guys, Steven Mahadeo with Corin Tyson following. Let's see if he can lay down a quicker lap than he has already. He's at a 1:15.539 as his fastest. Corin's fastest is also a 1:15. There we go. What do we got, Steven? 1:16.938. 1:16.938. All right, so it looks like Corin Tyson and then Raul Mora's coming in because he took that standard Subaru line through turn 1, about 8 feet off the track to the left. Right now, Steven's all by himself on the track with every chance to run a faster lap. His last lap was a 1:16.938, but his fastest is a 1:15.5. Steven's going to go through the bowl one more time, and I think he'll have time to do one more flyer after this, and then it should be checkered. He's just trying to get below his 1:15.539, guys. All right, guys, and here's the times of this session. Here are the times of this session. All right, Raul Mora made it past start finish right before the checker flag, so he's going to get to finish this lap. It's going to be a time counting lap. Looks like Raul had a chance to get one last lap in, and he got a little sideways through 7 there. He was pushing it in pretty deep. All right, guys, so here's the times of this session. As you can tell, there were 14 cars out there before we had to cut it about 10 minutes short. I'm sorry, before we had to cut it at the 10-minute mark for the cleanup. Raul just did a 1:18.1. Getting sideways surely is not the fastest way around the track. After this, we're going to have Group 3, Session 4. Group 3, Session 4. And then we'll cut for a little bit. We'll go back to the award ceremony around 5:45, guys. So don't forget, after Group 3, Session 4, we will have awards. All right, and that's Steven Mahadeo, the guy who had our in-car that entire time pulling in for the end. That's the end of his day, guys. All groups except for Group 3, Session 4 have finished for the day. We will have one more 15-minute session, and then we'll be good to go. All right, guys, and here we have Group 3, Session 4, about to go live. Group 3, Session 4, going live. All right, guys, that's Terrence Rodriguez leading this pack out, followed by Donald Liu. Kirsten Richardson right behind. And then Larry Annunziato in the Subaru WRX. Followed by Chris Vera. This is Group 3, Session 4. This is the final session of the day. As I'm sure people who have stuck with us in the past do know, that as the sessions whittle away, cars tend to not run as much at the end. Some have catastrophic, some just have pushed their car to the limit and don't want to go any further. Got a lot of these guys over here with their Hondas running every lap, every session. That's Terrence Rodriguez running a 19.547. Donald Liu with a 23.3. Then Kirsten Richardson at 23.2. Larry Annunziato at a 121.1. That right there is Mr. Robert Medina, all the way from Mexico, running with us. See what kind of lap time he can lay down. All right, guys, Robert Medina starting his first true hot lap of this session. His first lap out there was a 144, then he did a 134. That was last session. He got 2 laps in, so let's see if we can get it into the low 20s or even the teens. Donald Lude in the 404. Been pretty smooth through turn 7 and on. Got a 1:18.296 as his fastest lap. All right, Terrence still can't keep up with Donald Liu. Terrence is a best of 119, Donald a 118.2. All right, Robert Medina 137.1, a little bit slower than his last lap last session. These are the times we got up right now, guys. Car number 404, car not found, Donald Liu. Well, a 1:18.296. We got Terrence Rodriguez at a 1:19.219. Larry Annunziato at a 1:24.77. Chris Vera, a 1:23.187. Kirsten, thanks, Chris, for calling me a liar. Chris Vera at 1:22.284, that last lap right there. We have Kirsten Richardson at a 1:23.2. Gerald Ford at a 1:25.4 in the DC2 Integra. He had a little off-road excursion there in turn 1 on his last lap. William Shelter at 27.1, and then Robert Medina at 37.1. There in the 22s. That 7-Eleven car, that's Daniel Jensen, just ran a 1:22.401. There we go, guys. Daniel Jensen sideways in his Mercedes. I'm not sure that when Das Germans built that car, they expected this result, but that was a fantastic save. Robert Medina, 32.7. There we go, pulling 5 seconds off his last lap. And going for another one. He came out here for keeps. Mi gente, mi gente. Robert Medina getting down. Oh, man. Punxsutawney Phil is making his way across the pit lane there, guys. Oh, no, he saw a shadow. He saw a shadow. He's running. Oh, my goodness. He's setting faster lap times than the people sitting in the paddock right now. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Robert, don't you dare. Get ready to cut the feed if he gets too close. I don't need children seeing that. Punxsutawney, he's a namesake. All right, he made it safe, guys. The groundhog has made it safe. All right, guys. So here's Group 3, Session 4. Group 3, Session 4. We're basically at the last minute here, so the checker flag is out. These are the times we have run here in this session, guys. We have a 1:17.605 from Donald Liu. Terrence Rodriguez at a 1:17.675. Larry Annunziato at a 1:24.77. Daniel Jensen, a 1:27.91 in the 711 Mercedes. That's going to be the end of this session, guys, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have our award ceremony. We should be going hot on that around 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. So don't forget about that. We'll get all the times together. We'll get this going for you, and we'll see who won a Waypoint Watch. All right, guys out there in TV land, we're going to go ahead and pull our cars in. Group 3, Session 4 has ended. The checker has been drawn. We're going to probably leave the feed going right here of everyone on track. There'll be a few cars on track just doing some little open testing until we get our awards going on at 5:45. So once again, everyone, awards ceremony 5:45. And for all you wondering, that would be Jason Dearnhardt, our fearless leader in his red Global Time Attack shirt. He's being creeped on by the camera through the fence. But JD, thanks for such a great show. For all you guys watching online, these are our camera operators. If you could give these guys a huge shout out. Oh my gosh. Ah, flowing in the wind. Listen, guys, he really is that feminine. It's adorable. Like, his brother-in-law is the toughest guy I've ever met, but he's over here just, hey, girl. Let him biting his bottom lip. You see it? You see it? All right, guys, big shout out to our camera operators. Big shout out to the gentleman busting his ass getting all the in-cars done. And a big shout out to my production crew inside. Race Control, Ryan Randall, you're here in spirit, you know what I mean? That's why your name's on the production. And Jeff Hart, appreciate you.
Instructions for Big Rye. Attention in the paddock. GTA award ceremony at 5:45. Once again, GTA award ceremony at 5:45. That is in 3 minutes.
at GTA New Jersey Motorsport Park. End of round, we're going to go through the awards. Before we go into the awards, anyone that's run all of our GTA events, we have a Yokohama Challenge going on. If you have ran Yokohama tires at any of the GTA events, that starts Road Atlanta, this event, in November, the top 5 people in the point system get to split a purse of $5,000. So everyone running Yokohamas, I know we have quite a few guys that already do it, but you get points depending on what place you take, if you grab a record, if you set a time. So at Buttonwillow, we will announce the winners of that, and top 5 people will split a purse of $5,000, but I'm pretty sure you know first place isn't just going to get $1,000. So that's starting with there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start with enthusiast class, all right? Enthusiast class had 7 competitors. 7 competitors. So 4th place, don't come up, Donald Liu with a time of 1:17.456. 3rd place with a 1:17.207, we got Nishant Patel. Don't come up, Donald, you're 4th. I started with don't come up. Nishant Patel, you got 3rd place. Make sure to grab your trophy, grab some champagne, don't spray me. And you also get a swag pack from Turbo Smart. Come on up. 3rd place, you right here. All right, guys, 2nd place in enthusiast be Mr. Raymond Guerrero with a 1:17.1 in his Alfa Romeo 4C. Raymond Guerrero. Oh, he did have a catastrophic yesterday. He is not here. No 2nd place. 1st place, Mr. Arwin Chen with a 1:12.443 in the Mustang GT350. You were flying, man. I know you had a little problem yesterday, but you also get a waypoint watch and you set a rear-wheel drive enthusiast record. Mr. Arwin Chen. 3rd place, Nishant Patel. 2nd place, Raymond Guerrero. 1st place, Mr. Arwin Chen. Here's your enthusiast podium.
Hey, can you guys get closer? Closer. Hey.
Guys, stand closer. We like pictures.
Yeah.
Ready?
Great job, guys. Great job. Arwin Chen, good job. Give 5 seconds, man. Hey, Nishant, you selling the Z now, or are you getting a Mustang? You getting a Mustang now? All right, guys. So here we have street class, okay? We had 12 competitors in street class. I'm going to call number 4. I'm not even going to say your last name because I've butchered it all weekend, but with a 1:13.7, we have Craig in the Subaru BRZ. Great job out there. Let me know how to say your last name later. You were only 6/10 off a 3rd, man, so you're doing a great job out there. 3rd place in street is Mr. Jason Owens with the United Speed Racing Honda Civic Type R. Making the Hondas proud. Jason Owens, 3rd place. He gets a swag pack from Turbo Smart. 2nd place with a 1:11.186, so 1.7 seconds faster than 3rd with the IAG Performance Borla exhaust Subaru STI, Mrs. Sally McNulty. 3rd, 2nd place, Sally McNulty, a 1:11.186. All right, guys. She gets a swag pack from Turbo Smart also. Yeah. 1st place in a new rear-wheel drive street record, we have Mr. Shylin Wu with a 1:10.951. Destino Boosh Racing. He gets a waypoint watch, gets a Turbo Smart voucher, and he took a rear-wheel drive record, guys. Here it is. Here's your street podium. We have Jason Owens with a 1:13. Sally McNulty with a 1:11, and Shylin Wu with a 1:10.9. Good job, guys.
Maybe get on the right side.
You guys are the right height, too.
Oh, yeah. Great job, guys. Great job. This is the street podium.
Yeah!
It's okay.
The 2nd place is supposed to be on the far side.
Oh, man, it's probably my fault. Don't worry about it.
Friendly fire!
All right. Great job, guys. Great job. Jason proved Honda do blow up.
Oh, yeah, that burns.
Shylin, you get a trophy in the mail.
Okay.
It burns to win first, and when you leave Vegas. We're going to limited class, guys. Limited class. We had 19 cars in this field, all right? We're going to start with fourth place. Don't come up. It's going to be a 110.517 Steve Green in his Chevy CO6. Good job, Steve. Third place in his Camaro ZL1 JST Performance, we have Mr. Brian Tyson with a 109.788. Guys, this is your third place, Brian Tyson. Ask them what side you're supposed to stand on. I'm stupid without a podium.
This side, this side, this side.
Second place, guys. Second place with a 108.795 and a new front-wheel drive limited record. We have Mr. Chris Boersma. Good job, Chris. 108.795. Chris Boersma with his K-tuned Honda Civic. That's the front-wheel drive record, and he'll get a swag pack from Turbo Smart. All right, guys. So here's third place, Brian Tyson at 109. Second place, Chris Boersma at 108.7. First place, we'll get a voucher from Turbo Smart, a Waypoint watch, and a new rear-wheel drive limited record. We have Mr. Joel Morrison, 9 Lives Racing. He's ripping up the scene, guys. Check out his point count. Great job, guys. Great job. This is your limited podium. Brian Tyson, Chris Boersma, Joel Morrison.
Don't run.
Hey, ready, Anybody got a bump cutter?
There he is.
Spray his wife. He'll turn around.
I'm still working on it. He's got a bolt cutter.
Oh.
That's a new record, a Waypoint watch.
Oh. Oh.
9 Lives Racing on the F2000. Got to get his grade, bro.
Very impressive.
All right, guys, so that was your limited podium. Here we have finally the fastest class of the day, Unlimited. This was an 11-car field. The field was pretty close, too, guys. So I'm going to tell you fourth place just because he almost had third. We got Eric Magnuson. He was 14 thousandths off of third place. Eric Magnuson with 108.174 in fourth place. Good job out there, man. Third place with a 108.160, the drive shaft shredder, Dan Kroll, IAG Performance. He split a carbon drive shaft in half day one. I call driver error. Dan Kroll with a 108.1, that's third place. He'll get a swag pack from Turbo Smart. Second place with a 106.283, the Element Tuning WRX STI of Phil Grabo. He swears to me he'll get a Waypoint watch one day. I led him to the website. Phil Grabo with a 106.283 Subaru STI, second place. Great job, man. Ooh. All right, guys, first place. With the fastest overall, we'll get a Waypoint watch and a voucher from Turbo Smart with a 101.938, Mr. James Houghton. K2 Acura Integra Type A.
James?
Already.
James.
Get the
The cameras.
Move back. Take a photo now.
All right, guys, we'll have a very wet photo. All right, guys, here's your unlimited podium. We got Dan Kroll, Phil Grabo, and James Houghton. Great job, guys. Like usual, guys, I'd like to thank all you guys for coming out here. You guys are the lifeblood of our event. It's been another good New Jersey in the park. Big shout out to mi gente over there from Mexico. Thanks for coming out. Mr. McNulty, thank you for doing some interviews for me. And for the most part, thanks all you guys for a killer time. This was New Jersey Motorsport Park.